Okay, sports fans, here we are, 26th of October, Galveston. Before you, a 2000 model Thomas 7-window school bus equipped with the 7.3 International. It is an International 3800 chassis, medium duty truck chassis. Zillions of these were built over the years. This is the last one I have for sale. I had a guy camping in it off and on for a couple years, my watchman. Very good running, 24 years old, and still oil is very clean. Hardly any rust to speak of. And most of this is from Galveston the last couple of years, quite frankly. It's got the red coolant, pink coolant. It is very clean. These engines are very easy to work on. This one has virtually no blow-by. To the best of my knowledge, the last good mileage reading was from 2016 at 134,000. If you can see down there to the right there in the middle of the screen, I think that's RTC transmissions, the Allison dealer in Houston. This has a reman transmission. So mileage wise, chances are, if that last inspection was correct, which is about right, most buses in Houston go about 8,000 or 9,000 miles a year. Those of you who think that you're getting a low mileage bus because it was a backup bus, you're being foolish, because buses are not bought as a backup. They're put in service, and then as the fleet is renewed, a school district will keep a good one as a backup, but most of them have about the same miles as you would expect. Tires are not great, but they got a lot of tread. It's got the armored diesel tank. Again, hardly any rust. No leaks from anywhere that I've seen. The oil pan on the engine looks like the pan has been dropped, because it has a little bit gooey looking sealant. So chances are when they replaced the transmission, they probably changed out the rear main seal. And looky there, sports friends, shiny brand new black starter. Brand new starter. I had taken the original one out of this one and put it in another bus that I sold in an emergency. Does have the hydraulic brakes. It's the B190, 190 horsepower at 2,300 RPM. Brand new Baldwin coolant filter. Brand new Baldwin oil filter. And there's a brand new Baldwin transmission filter under there. I like the red color scheme. I've done the cowl here in black bed liner. The school district just gooped a bunch of caulk all over this front cowl, trying to probably stop a persistent leak. So anyway, I took it all off, and that was really the only place that was rusting on it. So anyway, I sealed it all up, and I'm bed linered a few coats. Sheet metal is all in great shape. As you can see, the tires still got a good bit on the wear bars. It does have 1-year-old batteries. It has air conditioning. A couple years ago, I think I had the rear unit working. I don't know if it works anymore. I haven't done any troubleshooting on it. Again, hardly any rust other than the superficial. I took another mud flap off, put it on another, so this one is a little bit mono flapped. Sheet metal, very straight. Corners, not a ding. Doesn't look like it's ever been in any kind of wreck. It is filled with storage stuff. So, suffice to say, only the front two seats are in, passenger and driver's side. All the other seats are out, and it's got a bunch of junk in there. All right, I'm going to pause it. Starts with a bump of the key. Got an angle there, but it's virtually no blow-by on a 24-year-old bus. Perfectly plausible that it had a rebuilt engine, I don't know. Transmission fluid looks new. This was retired as a part of fleet renewal. I had purchased another one, an identical clone of this one. This is 212A. I bought 212B, and it had brand new tires all the way around and looked like it had been freshly serviced. As you can see, no smoke, no blow-by. For those of you scared about a 25-year-old bus, you should be more scared of a 10-year-old bus. These things are very easy to work on. Biggest problem you'll have, the injector harness. Sometimes the connectors will melt inside there, and just the injectors eventually wear out. And it does have a couple of cheap sensors. There's the injector pressure sensor, another sensor up on top of the oil tank. Oh yeah, right there. Those go bad. Got the simple Garrett single stage non-variable geometry turbocharger. None of the bells and whistles and emission controls that will drive you insane and basically break your budget. This thing you can probably drive to Terra del Fuego and back, and I wouldn't really have a problem with it. Be a hell of a lot more likely to make it in this than a new bus. Can't believe the sheet metal is still so clean, and the roof has hardly any mold or anything on it. Being down in Galveston, I do have enough solar panel. I got some additional solar panels. I can do a whole solar system if you want. You can negotiate either way. I can take those down, or I can put more up there. Get you enough that'll power a small window unit. That's what I do. That can be a separate deal. I'm going to be putting this bus probably on eBay just to get more exposure. I've sold a couple dozen buses in my career. I have never had one not make it home, and this is probably the last one I'm going to be selling. I'm just too decrepit now to work on them anymore. So if you've been thinking about getting a bus, I did, the mirror got broken when the wrecker driver tried to get it in my fence. I do have a replacement mirror for that. Very little rust. Really amazing. I'm really impressed with Thomas. The Thomas bodies are really pretty nice. Okay, that's 10 minutes, 4 seconds. Signing off.